Hello, everyone. This is Life Under Trump. We will be discussing several people from Newsom, Governor Newsom, Donald Trump's cabinet, what's happening in LA, and the corruption of Donald Trump. I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. Hit that like button as you are coming in. You all are valued and you are welcome. I welcome each and every last one of you beautiful kings and queens. I had to go live early today because I got booked for a gig this evening and I can't go live at 5 o'clock because I will be where I have to go, where I got booked to work. So today we're discussing Donald Trump. Donald Trump has caused this country so much money, and he will continue to do it because he doesn't care about the people, meaning us, the American people. Hello, Queen Bianca. How you doing? Thank you, girl. Thank you for being a moderator today. I appreciate you and I value you. But I had to go live early today because I got booked for a video to be the leading lady in the video. So I couldn't do it at 5 o'clock because I would not be able to. I will be on set. So I'm coming live now. As you guys are coming in, hit that like button. Show me that you support me. Likes are free. It doesn't cost you anything. So support me by hitting that like button. Come on, give me some love. Also, if you'd like to donate to my channel, you can send me super chats and super stickers. You all are valued. You are appreciated. In my description, there's my Venmo. Also, my PayPal link. You can support me in those two ways as well. I have two different memberships. The Ruby's membership, which is $4.99, and the Diamond membership, which is $9.99. You can support me in that form as well. So what is going on? Newsom, he ain't backing down. He has told Donald Trump, come and arrest me. He's super bad. He's standing 10 toes down. He ain't afraid of Trump. I ain't afraid of no ghostbusters. I get it. And I trust and believe what is happening. So right now, the veterans are upset with Trump. So I'm going to show you something about that right quick, okay?
Were you a service member for?
2 years. I was drafted.
You're drafted.
1969. Just got married.
So how do you feel about a draft dodger throwing himself a $45 million military birthday parade?
No, the guy is an absolute fucking idiot.
No, I can't even tell you how angry that makes me feel.
I think it's a disgrace.
It's completely unnecessary.
Hello, King
Would you
Mark
rather see that
Mobley.
money
How
put
you doing,
into the VA?
King?
Yeah, absolutely. And also TRICARE treats bone
Hello,
spurs. So
Nikki,
Trump dodged
Nietzsche.
Vietnam. He disrespected John McCain, who's
Hello,
a real
Tokyo.
actual veteran who served his country honorably. And
That
even
Peterson
afterwards.
with
So
the
fact that
face.
he would take this and use it as some kind of military prop, like he's one to be a
Respect
dictator.
my
Exactly what
moderator.
dictators do.
Respect
How long
Queen
were you a
Bianca.
service member for?
2 years. I was drafted.
You're drafted.
1969. Just got married.
So how do you feel about a draft dodger throwing himself a $45 million military birthday parade?
No, the guy is an absolute fucking idiot.
No, I can't even tell you how angry that makes me feel. I think it's a disgrace.
Hit the like button, everybody.
Would you rather see that money put into the VA?
Yeah, absolutely. And also TRICARE treats bone spurs. So Trump dodged Vietnam. He disrespected John McCain, who was a real actual veteran who served his country honorably, and even afterwards. So the fact that he would take this and use it as some kind of military prop, like he's want to be a dictator, because that's what dictators do.
How long were you a service member for?
2 years. I was drafted.
Hats off to John McCain. He was a true veteran, and Donald Trump judged him because he was captured. So he looked at him as a loser. No, Donnie, you're the loser. You are the loser. That's the scum of the earth. You are beneath the trash can, the gone with dirt all over it. You are your poop and your pissy depends. Veterans are more important than Donald Trump. We the people are more important than Donald Trump. Donald Trump treat us like we work for him. No, Donnie, you work for the American people. Your dictatorship ways is not going to work with us Americans. We're standing up and we're saying impeach Trump 2025. Impeach Donald J. Trump. He must go. So let's see what VP Kamala Harris has to say, because she warned us, but y'all didn't listen. No, you wouldn't listen. You went and voted the dictator into office, and now you eating crow.
So yesterday we learned that Donald Trump's former chief of staff, John Kelly, a retired four-star general, confirmed that while Donald Trump was president, he said he wanted generals like Adolf Hitler had. Donald Trump said that because he does not want a military that is loyal to the United States Constitution. He wants a military that is loyal to him. He wants a military who will be loyal to him personally, one that will obey his orders even when he tells them to break the law or abandon their oath to the Constitution of the United States. In just the past week, Donald Trump has repeatedly called his fellow Americans the enemy from within, and even said that he would use the United States military to go after American citizens. So yesterday we learned that Donald Trump's former chief of staff.
She warned us, but y'all didn't listen. Y'all didn't want a black queen, a black Indian queen running this country. You're threatened by black people, so you didn't want that. And you always have been threatened by black people. Then you're completely threatened by black women who are strong and educated. Black women are most educated in this country. Eat that.
They told you we were getting invaded, right? They told you we were under attack and that our country was getting taken over. Follow me here. They told you that it was the immigrants sending their worst, their crime lords, their gang members,
all
their drug
lies,
dealers, their rapists. They told you all of this stuff. And as much as we tried to tell you that is simply not the case, this is simply an over-exaggeration. This is fear-mongering. This is race baiting. Look at the data. Look at
definitely race baiting.
Compare and contrast. No, it was easier to follow the fear-mongering and race baiting. It was easier to take the bait and to hate. And how do they prove their point? By making sure they were crashing elementary school graduations to get parents, by making sure they were interrupting the immigration process at the immigration offices to collect the people trying to do it the right way, to make sure they were busting into kitchens and workplaces and Home Depots so they could scoop you up right before you were really knee-deep in some work. You realize there's a reason they have to cover their face, and you realize there's a reason cities are getting torn apart as we speak. Because if they were actually doing this the right way, regardless of whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, they would be getting celebrated. These ICE agents would be getting treated like superheroes if they were actually busting up crime rings and getting away criminals and getting away rapists and getting away gang members and saving and cleaning up our streets. They would be getting celebrated. Instead, they're doing some of the most unethical, brutal, and inhumane operations and tactics. And it's sickening. Shame on you. So they told you we were...
Shame on you, MAGA. Shame on you, the fat man in the Oval Office that wears a pissy pants and poops on himself. And I'm going to show y'all something. Let me try to get to that first so I won't forget. Where is it? Donald Trump cannot actually go to the bathroom. He goes to the bathroom on himself, but he has to wear something to go to the restroom. Hold on. I guess so it won't just go. Hold on, I got it. Donald Trump, he's a complete embarrassment to this country. This is Donald Trump. He doesn't have a big pink or eggplant. It's little. It's the size of his navel, backed up into his stomach. So look carefully. Then I'm gonna show you what's in his pants. You see that? That's not his penis. He doesn't have one. Donald Trump's ping is the size of his navel. Look at what his ping's supposed to be. Okay, let me show you exactly what it is. This is what it is. This is what Donald Trump is wearing because he's a pissy man. Donald Trump, the man in the Oval Office, wears a catheter or whatever you want to call it because he can't control his urination nor his bowel movement. He's a nasty man. An old, nasty, fresh SA abuser. A man with 34 felonies. Let me show you again. Look. Look at his down that near his leg where the ping's supposed to be. See, a black man pings hang low like that. Not no Caucasian man. It ain't happening. This is what Donnie is wearing. He has health problems. But he has finagled his way to get the doctor to say he is well. Donald Trump is not well. A well man would not be wearing one of these. The pissy pins is a liar. This is why he's fumbling and falling. He's old, senile, and corroded. His balls are corroded. His insides are corroded. Look at him. Just look at the ugly man. Said B busts his head to the pavement. He can't even walk up the stairs. He's old and corroded. Bottom of the trash. Trailer park trash, Donnie boy. This is what I'm trying to show you about Donald Trump. This is what he's wearing. He is not in great health. This man is old and senile, can't even stay awake. But y'all call our great President Joe Biden Sleepy Joe. Who's the sleepy one? Who's the pissy one? Donald J. Trump. Trump is absolutely wearing a Foley catheter. It's a tube inserted into the bladder to drain urine into a bag strapped to the leg. That line down his pants, not a crease. I showed you that's not a crease. I'm gonna show you again. It's tubing. Every step sounds like the slushing of a warm Capri Sun. So look at y'all leader wearing a catheter, funky man, pissity pins. This is what he's wearing. That little wee-wee that's the size of a navel. Look, Donnie doesn't have a big one. He doesn't have a big one. He gets his back blown out. He's a bottom. Elon was the top. That's who y'all worship. A man that walks around here pissy, old and corroded, should not be over the American people. He's a dictator. He should not be in that Oval Office. That is VP Kamala Harris' right to be there because she is the one that actually won the election. Donald Trump has told you, nincompoop, several times that the election was rigged, and that's why he's in that Oval Office.
Promised 4 years ago at the Republican convention, I'm going to restore law and order, and I have, except in Democrat-run cities. Look,
the lies Donnie tells.
We can't move in the national.
Hit the like button. Come on, come out them bushes. Working your witchcraft, trying to hurt me. It won't work. Hit that like button.
Requested by a governor. Promised 4 years ago at the Republican convention, I'm going to restore law and order, and I have, except in Democrat.
Thank you. Come on, some more, y'all. Hit that like button.
We have to go by the laws. We can't move in the National Guard. I can call insurrection.
But he has done it now.
Do that, even in a Portland case. We can't call in the National Guard unless we're requested by a governor.
Okay, he did not have Governor Newsom's permission to bring in the National Guard. He has now ordered for the Marines to go in. Even Pete Hegseth has agreed to his BS to send in the Marines. Pete Hegseth, the one that loves to drink that brown. Yeah, him with the little ping too. So MAGA Republicans are dangerous. MAGA Grinder Mike has something effed up to say about Governor Newsom.
The president said, possibly to jest, that if you were Tom Homan, you would arrest Gavin Newsom. Do you believe that Newsom should face consequences in a legal way?
That's not
Grinder.
I'm give you legal analysis on whether Gavin Newsom should be arrested, but he ought to be tarred and feathered. I'll say that. I mean, look, he's standing.
That's bringing harm to Newsom.
The administration and the carrying out of federal law, right? He is applauding the bad guys and standing in the way of the good guys.
You're the bad guy. The white man is the bad guy.
And our federal law enforcement agents being not just disrespected, but assaulted. This is a serious problem. And the governor is now filing a lawsuit against the president. What a joke. Do your job.
No, you're a joke, Mike. Staff Grinder app trying to get black eggplant.
And be a governor. Stand up for the rule of law. And he's not doing that. So I don't know what the ultimate.
I'm going to let y'all hear this again because these GOPs are some piece of shit.
States is showing real leadership. And we're not going to allow LA to burn. We've seen this movie before, right? This thing gets out of hand.
Oh, we saw when y'all would burn down the black people towns.
And
eat your words.
Unwilling or unable to do their job, the president of the United States will do his, and we support that fully.
The president said, possibly to jest, that if you were Tom Homan, you would arrest Gavin Newsom. Do you believe that Newsom should face consequences in a legal way?
That's not my lane. I'm not going to give you legal analysis on whether Gavin Newsom should be arrested, but he ought to be tarred and feathered. I'll say that. I mean, look,
this man says that Governor Newsom should be tarred and feathered. Why are y'all so abusive, white people? Clear people. You're the most abusive people. And he talking about they may burn down LA. That's a lie. The protesters were not rioting until you sent people to attack them. And even your people attacked a news reporter. Yes. Y'all tapped her with one of your pals. But the local news refused to show it because Donald Trump is trying to go against them and sue them. So they refuse to show y'all the real news of what is going on in LA. These white Republican males are nothing but monsters like Donald Trump. Magic Mike Johnson, stay off that Grindr app trying to find you some black eggplant. And you know what the fuck I'm talking about. You nasty. The white man loves some black eggplant. They even want you to put the fingers and the fists in them. You're nasty. So I concur with this young lady is saying. She's a Latina herself and she's speaking on what is happening.
I was positive that all those ICE agents that are participating in those raids right now, I'm pretty sure those are not actual ICE agents.
It's not. It's KKK, J6ers, Proud Boys.
They mask themselves, their demeanor. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple of months.
Hello, Queen Bonnie.
We find out those are like actual members because these
they
guys
are. They cult members of Trump.
They look like they are fully. They don't even like talk. They're almost just like Trump's robots. Yeah, something about them just rubs me the wrong way. Well, a lot of things rub me the wrong way about them, but I don't think they're legit. I'm almost positive that all those ICE agents that are participating in those
J6ers are a terroristic group.
I'm pretty sure those are not actual ICE agents.
J6ers are a danger to this country. They should not have been pardoned.
I wouldn't be surprised if
pardoned at all.
In a couple of months from now, a couple of years from now, we find out those are like actual members because these guys don't look trained. They look like they are fully. They don't even like talk. They're almost just like Trump's robots. Yeah, something about them just rubs me the wrong way. Well, a lot of things rub me the wrong way about them, but I don't think they're legit. I'm almost positive.
ICE should be forced to remove their mask. They should be forced to remove their mask. They are endangering this company. They are J6ers, KKK, and the Proud Boys. Donald Trump has sick his pets on Black and brown people. Y'all need to be sent back to Europe. You are not from this country. They need to send your ES back to Europe. You know you do not belong in this country. Black and brown people was here before you damn Europeans. Take your ass back to Europe where you belong. You always yell, well, go back to Africa. Let me tell you something. You take your ass back to Europe. Take your racism back to where it started. Go back in the womb of Hitler. Go all the way back to your ancestors and look at what they did to our ancestors. You just rebirth what you did to us and you're doing it to the brown people. So Governor Newsom, he's highly upset because Donald Trump has sent the National Guard Army and he is mistreating the National Guard Army. There's no food, water, nowhere for them to sleep. So this is the alarm going off because I need to be getting ready to get out of here. So I'm going to read to you what Governor Newsom has said. He said, you sent your troops here without fuel, food, water, or a place to sleep. Here they are. That's a photo I showed you. I'll show you again. Being forced to sleep on the floor, piled on top of each other. Yes. If anyone is treating our troops disrespectfully, it is the maggot Donald J. Trump in the Oval Office. Again, This is how they're sleeping. They have no food, no water. Donald Trump is abusing them. Look at our troops being mistreated by Donald J. Trump. Donald Trump is an abuser. He has abused women, etc. Fair use, educational purposes. Everything I show you is fair use and educational purpose and great research. And it's great entertainment for you as well. Today is Life Under Trump, the reality show America. Donald Trump has turned our country into nothing but a reality show. This is MAGA.
President Trump, I'm starting to regret my vote. What? Now? Now you're starting to regret. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I was fine in the beginning. I can overlook, and I'm okay with the blatant racism and the crass sexism and the deranged narcissism and pandering to Nazis and supporting pedophiles and proudly bragging about being a sexual predator and paying your mistress to have an abortion and openly cheating your employees and mocking the disabled and praising murderous dictators and the constant pathological lying, the petty vindictive cruelty, the staggering ineptitude, the unapologetic corruption, the nepotism, the mob ties, the calculated mendacity, ignorance as to how American government works, encouraging violence against those that question your authority, the theft of our tax dollars to pay off your mountain of debt and or go golfing. Did I mention the relentless lying? You're a liar. Being a white nationalist, demonizing immigrants, the obvious disregard of the Bill of Rights, lying about whether Russia had hacked our election when you knew all along it had, then lying about it, the collusion with our sworn enemy and the sworn enemy of democracy, your dereliction of duty, your treasonous activities, and I was with you when you cheated. I was with you when you cheated on your wife with that porn star, the one you compared favorably to your daughter. You cheated on your wife, not the wife you raped, but the current wife who had just given birth to your son. And of course, I was with you when we found out you cheated with the Playboy Playmate, the one you compared favorably to your daughter, not with the wife you have now, but the second wife whose kid you ignore. And of course, I was with you, President Trump, when you took the babies away. You took infants literally breastfeeding from their mothers and fathers, the families who had made this arduous trek to come here and seek asylum. They just wanted to seek asylum. And you took them and you deported the parents and you took them and separated them, sent the kids hundreds of miles away in a disused Walmart inside of a cage with armed guards pointing guns at them. And then, of course, thus ensuring the private prison contractors, Core Civic and Geo Group, who donated heavily to you, can get paid their collective $4 billion in profit. As those toddlers sob and whimper in absolute terror, traumatized for life. Of course I was with you with that. But this last omnibus spending bill is where I draw the line. Dear President Trump, I'm starting to regret my vote.
That's MAGA. They're okay with people getting abused, children being abused. They're okay with him being an essay abuser. They're okay with him supposed to be a man of God, which not, and having all these different wives and all these children. They're okay with his 34 felonies. But I crossed the line when it started affecting F you, MAGA. So Americans are fighting back against the Trump regime. So, hold on, I'm going to read it to you. It says, Trump has ruffled the feathers of others. This is the man people voted for with the attempts of curbing a black woman. Atlanta is fighting for someone to be released. For others to be released. Los Angeles has taken to the streets. DC is protesting for impeachment. I'm protesting for impeachment. Boston residents fill the streets. That is what's happening in America. America has become a reality show under Life Under Trump, the monster. This is LA. They have a right to fight back. Citizens have a right to protest. Donald Trump. Stand up to the Donald Trump's regime. Destroy his regime.
I can't handle this, y'all.
This hurt me.
This is crazy, yo.
This was so sad.
You like this? But our neighbor school, y'all know I work at a school. Fuck.
There's nothing wrong with a man crying.
I think it's gratis.
He's human like all of us.
Gratis or something like that. They were having their graduation. And there's helicopters in the sky. Most of these schools are fuck, you know. Most of these schools are predominantly Hispanic. Most of these schools are predominantly Hispanic. Gratis, I believe elementary, was having their graduation. And all of a sudden a bunch of parents have to run out because I can't handle this, y'all. This is crazy, yo. I didn't think this was about to affect me like this. But our neighbor school, y'all know I work at a school.
Hold on.
Trump deployed hundreds of National Guard troops this weekend. Today, the state of California announced it is suing the president for going around the governor to send the Guard. LA's mayor says the Trump administration's provoking protesters and causing the violence. Officials are considering a curfew.
It was a peaceful protest, and Donald Trump decides to send the law and the military after them. So they're retaliating. The white man feels you have no right to protest against me. But the brown people and black people are standing up.
A few minutes ago, we did show you a protest. We said it was Boston. It was not Boston. It was an unrelated protest. But what you are looking at right now is Boston, and from there I can recognize this. This is the plaza right outside of City Hall in downtown. It's a live look at Boston, Mass.
No, I want you to. Hello. Congresswoman Waters. I just came to use my congressional authority to check on things. Excuse me, I need to get in. I need to get in.
The white law is out of control.
Would a congressperson normally be able to enter the...
Normally, yes.
What is happening here?
Well, there were some of the authorities, I don't know who they were, and I'm trying to get in to see David Worker, who they have arrested. He is the head of SEIU local union here. I don't know why he was targeted. I don't know what they're doing with him. I don't know whether they're going to deport him. I want to report back to my caucus about what happened, but they have... No,
I've been told y'all that the white man would be the reason that this country falls. And I won't take it back. The American white man's greed is destroying this country. You're greedy. And the truth ain't in you. Donald Trump must go. He has caused a riot in the police and everybody else to target the immigrants that was peacefully protesting. But now they want to lie and say that they're destroying LA. But you had them pow-powing at them. A reporter was pow-powed yesterday. Why y'all not talking about that? Because the white man would never open his mouth to tell the truth unless he had the love of God in him. And Donald Trump does not have the love of God in him. God don't even hear Donald Trump prayers. He's a reprobated mind. And Donald Trump doesn't pray anyway. So proof Trump is old and senile, which I'm going to keep refreshing our memory on this because he shouldn't be in that Oval Office. That's why he's making all these bad decisions of what is happening now. He's old and senile. Watch here. He's going to walk past his own limousine. And somebody got to help Papa to the limousine. Watch. He's old and senile, y'all. He should not be in the Oval Office. Watch somebody have to help him. The limo was right in front of Donald Trump's face. He's too old to be in the Oval Office. He did not win this election. Pay attention. He's going to walk right past the limo right there in front of his stupid face. There's no way he should have missed it because it has the symbol of the U.S. president, you know, whoever is president at that time, the symbol for the seal. He should not walk past it. It was real simple. He's old and senile. He's trailer park trash old. So Trump must go impeach the trash out the White House in the biggest, he's in the biggest plantation in America. Uh-oh.
We had some extremely serious news overnight. CNN reporters were detained while covering the LA protests on the ground. More people need to know about what is happening in Los Angeles.
Hit the like button, please.
The National Guardsmen, police, etc. They don't want people to know, and so they detained CNN reporters for a period of time. CNN was covering the protests live when in-studio anchors briefly lost contact with Jason Carroll, who was the reporter on the ground. He then informed the anchors on his mic,
"Thank you.
I am being detained." An officer then can be heard telling Carroll, quote, "We're letting you go. You can't come back. If you come back, you will be arrested." They had him put his hands behind his back and essentially walk out of the area they were in. This is a reporter, folks, on the ground in Los Angeles and was detained for a short while until he was let go. Why? Because those on the ground don't want the public to see what's actually happening on the ground in Los Angeles right now. So continue reporting, continue spreading the word. I'll continue.
Please spread the word. We got to get it out there. Let me find the video of the reporter they palled yesterday, because I think I forgot to show it yesterday. Please, God, help me find that video. Hold on, everybody. Just a moment, please. I don't know why my hair got static today. Lord Jesus. But it don't matter because I got to do it for the video shoot, so it doesn't matter. It's that video. Hold on, everybody. How y'all doing today? Are y'all having a good time? Okay, hold on. There we go. Thank you, Jesus. I can show y'all what happened. She got popped, a news reporter.
Has now rapidly deteriorated.
Pay attention so you won't miss it, okay?
Firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
She got popped.
After hours of standing off, this situation has now rapidly deteriorated. The LAPD moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA. After hours of standing.
See, Donald Trump, he doesn't care who he's out here hurting. He's hurting innocent people to try to show he's a strong man. You're a weak man in a pissy depends. Hold on. Let me go back. Just a moment, just one more moment, okay? I don't know why my hair has static today, y'all. That is weird. It has so much static. I don't know. I need to wash it, but I don't have time. And I wasn't going to wash it last night because I know I have to do this video shoot, and usually on set it'd be hot. Just a moment. I got to get back to where I was previously. One moment. I cut more layers in my hair, and some reason I think I did one side different from the other, but it's okay.
Celebrated a 5-year-old's birthday party and literally threw flash grenades at babies. ICE agents claimed that this child's birthday party, again filled with children, was a Tren de Aragua gang event. They arrested at least 35 people, 9 of whom were children, and held them for weeks until they were all eventually released with no criminal charges. There is no universe where this is law enforcement. This is state-sponsored terrorism. Let's also just take the morality and the ethics out of it for a second and think about this on a budgetary level. Just how many tax dollars are we spending to target random civilians, attack them with military-grade weapons, arrest them, detain them for nothing? It's becoming abundantly clear that the cruelty is the point, and the Trump
calling me while I'm live, y'all. I'm sorry. Somebody keep calling me while I'm live. And I told them I'm gonna be live. Damn it, don't call me while I'm
live. The Trump administration is willing to make us foot the bill for that. It's interesting that all those Doge government efficiency guys are suddenly really quiet about this massive instance of waste, fraud, and abuse. ICE raided a 5-year-old's birthday party and literally threw...
That's how I'm telling y'all. They cannot be law enforcement, ICE, because the ICE people have no training. They just out there harassing people that are darker skinned than them. People that don't age fast like them. People like this, they like me. I'm 51, don't have wrinkles, got a body of a 20-something-year-old. They are jealous. See, they don't have no booty. I got booty for days. They don't have the looks because they age at 25 years old, got wrinkles at 25. You're mad at black and brown people because we're greater and better at everything. The black woman is the most educated in this country. Eat that. You're mad.
Clear. If Donald Trump wants to jail our governor for defending our Constitution, for
Donald Trump is jealous Newsom is fine and he's not.
Then he'll have to arrest me too. And I will gladly and proudly stand with our governor in that jail cell.
What I saw over the weekend was very distressing. I also was notified that federal agents were using an elementary school and a church in Norwalk, which is in my district, as a staging area for raids. Let that sink in. This is a church and elementary school where children are, where they should feel at peace. And this is where ICE was.
Every act that we see coming down from this federal administration is unconstitutional. This escalation came from the President of the United States. The decision by the current president and his administration to federalize the California National Guard, bypassing the governor, marks one of the most serious and threatening uses of domestic military authority in modern American history.
San Jose stands with LA, and if they come after LA, they come after the Bay. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, true peace is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. So as they continue to lie, as they continue to make a mockery of our legal system, we will stand up for justice.
I'm so proud of all the political leaders are standing with Newsom. Donald Trump is mad because Newsom could take his wife, the wife that doesn't live at the Oval Office with him. When she saw Governor Newsom when the fires happened, she kissed him and everything, was smiling. She don't smile with Donnie. She don't want Donnie. Donnie old and funky. She don't want him. You're just mad because your wife gave Newsom more attention than she has ever given you. Boo-hoo.
Trades, yeah, they're making people money. Meet GEO Group, a private prison company and ICE's top contractor. Since Trump took office, GEO Group's stock price has more than doubled. On a call, GEO's executive chairman said that this is an unprecedented opportunity. Deportation. An unprecedented opportunity. Last year, ICE granted GEO Group $747 million in contracts. Trump's mass deportation plan could boost that number by over $400 million. GEO Group specifically builds and runs detention centers and creates surveillance technology to monitor immigrants. But the scheme gets even more horrifying. GEO Group pledged $1 million to Trump's 2024 campaign. Pam Bondi, Trump's nominee for Attorney General, used to lobby for GEO Group. Clearly, the Trump team is ramping up ICE raids in part as a thank you gift to their good friends at GEO. Furthermore, GEO Group is staffed by former high-ranking ICE officials. Most recently, Daniel Bible moved from ICE to GEO. Last February, he was pressing President Biden to spend more money on ICE detention beds and surveillance technology, a move that directly financially benefited GEO Group. Now, he is an executive VP at GEO Group. So ICE officials are recommending the government give millions to a company and then turning around and working for that company, profiting off of their previous professional recommendation. It's basically a money laundering scheme, but one that tears families apart in the most traumatizing ways possible. And it's all being done to increase shareholder value. Evil. The ICE raids? Yeah, they're making people money. Meet GEO Group, a private prison company and ICE's top contractor. Since Trump took office, GEO Group's stock price has more than doubled.
I could never call you King. I would never call you King. Randy Massey. Honey, I don't get EBT. I don't get Medicaid. I don't get none of that. I live good in a nice area in Buckhead. What you need to worry about your mother's and your grandmother's Medicaid that's going to be taken from them and get kicked out of the nursing home. That's what you need to worry about. And you need to worry about why your ping is so small. It's the size of your navel. Your wife is right now getting her back blown out by a big, thick black man. He's sticking it to her real good. That's what you need to worry about. You up here with your BS while looking at my beautiful face. Then you go home to your wife that just got pounded out by a black man and wish it was me. Because that black woman, me, I got a big, round, juicy booty. And you wish you could get up on it, but you can't. Your thing too small. All this booty I got, it won't get in there because the booty just too big. I can't help you, a Caucasian man with a small penis. Get thee away from my castle, bitch. Shall I resume?
Laws. We have to go by the laws. We can't move in the
Listen to this
National
maggot.
Guard. I can call insurrection, but there's no reason to ever do that. Even in a Portland case, we can't call in the National Guard unless we're requested by a governor. We have laws. We have to go by the laws. We can't move in the National Guard. I can call insurrection, but there's no reason to ever do that. Even in a Portland case, we can't call in the National Guard unless we're requested by a governor. We have laws.
But he went over Governor Newsom to call in the military. Governor Newsom never agreed to Donald Trump's bull crap. See, Donald Trump, his depends is so full of shit that it comes from his mouth now. He just spew out all his bull.
Could face federal charges if they stand in the way of the deportation. Something that Holden Nance addresses.
Stand in the way of law and order, yeah, they will face charges. Thank you very much.
So I'm going to tell you what Governor Newsom has to say about Donald Trump and his D-suckers. Newsom to Trump. Acts of dictator. That's true. Inciting and provoking violence, creating mass chaos, militarizing cities, arresting opponents. These are the acts of a dictator, not somebody that's supposed to be in our Oval Office. Take that, MAGA.
I told the president, just get it over with. Arrest me. Move on. If you need some head to scalp, do it with me, but stop messing with these kids. Stop messing with 4-year-olds, kids in elementary school. We've got kids. We have hundreds of graduations down here. Kids are not going in their own graduations. Families, grandparents, here legally. Mixed status families in some cases. Scared to death to go to a graduation. People are scared to walk down the streets. It's not just Home Depots getting their car washed. We have incidences. I didn't believe it because what was I thinking? Actually, I believe when they said this is not true. But then I saw videos. They're doing checkpoints, checking people's IDs. We've never seen this kind of deployment in so many actions. It's mass panic out here in the nation's largest county, in the nation's largest state. Good, hardworking people, decent people. These are not the criminals.
Donald Trump is the criminal.
And so, again, I just hope people really are paying attention. And I know he's trying to misdirect attention away from Elon Musk and this disastrous $2.5 trillion debt that's going to saddle our kids and grandkids for generations, and the abomination that is his tariff policy and his incompetency as it relates to foreign affairs. Do not fall for it. Let's all pay attention to what's really going on. I told the president.
The people that Donald Trump is targeting and saying they are criminals, they're not criminals. Their skin color is a crime in Donald Trump's sick, pathetic mind. The criminal is a man in the Oval Office with the 34 felonies that has the smallest penis in the world. That's who the criminal. Criminal is Donald J. Trump. The one with a GPA of 1.28. Hit the like button. Thank you. Come on, hit the like button. Give me my like. Christy Nome has been served. Christy gotta go. She wanted to take our beautiful brown people and make an example of them and do a reality show of them. So you can humiliate them on television. But white people been doing this. They did it to my people, the black people. You've been doing this kind of SHIT because your souls are evil. Repent to Jesus Christ, not to Donald Trump. He is not Jesus Christ. Now, I'm not saying that all white people are racist because I would be lying if I made that statement. I know a lot of beautiful heart white people, but these people I'm talking about are not God's children. They are the creatures of the scum of Satan. They are reprobated minds, and God does not listen to a reprobated mind. One moment.
It's a real thing. No matter how we try to escape it, everywhere we turn, there you are. We can hear you mouth breathe. It's 5 hours away in Walmart with your inbred brood, screaming for more candy while you tug at them with that dog leash. It's exhausting to listen to you whine about how you're discriminated against because you're white and how the country ain't like it used to be. If you don't like it here, go back to where you came from, baby. I'm sick of listening to this ghetto mentality of how much you have to work to get hired at a job, how so many Negroes keep getting into schools that your mediocre white grades don't. You're uneducated and white. How? You had a 400-year head start, yet you let our women, black women, exceed you in education, and now you want us to let you in just because? Pull yourself up from your bootstraps and keep your head in those books instead of in black people's business. Every time we turn around, you want to know what we're doing, do we belong here, why are you dancing, who and why did you vote, why are you so happy, why do you laugh like that, is she black, is she Indian, why do you like watermelon and fried chicken so much, what's black girl magic, can you come to the cookout, what time was it when Usher was cruising the streets, none of your fucking business. You got a plan around like to play into something. Your underachieving is a detriment to this nation. Look at your pick for president. You chose a criminal, and he's fucking everything up. And now you want black people to come together to help you fix what you broke. What kind of lazy, ghetto, fabulous mindset is that? Stop asking black people for our labor without compensation. We're tired of you placing yourselves as a representative of God, meanwhile acting like the other guy. You refuse to take accountability for your violent men and women. You'll raise millions of dollars for a degenerate woman who called her child the N-word, but get mad when black people do it for Carmelo Anthony. Stop thinking you're better than white supremacy. I don't know what the fuck that means, nor do I see the hype, what the hype is about you people. Like on real, you're mid at best. Well, except for Eminem and Andrew Lincoln, aka. They're pretty exceptional. But the rest of you racist painter locklears, I'm not impressed. You're violent, racist, greedy, spoiled children who was handed everything. And just like a spoiled brat, you gave it all away. And now instead of taking accountability for your ghetto, uneducated behaviors, you blame everyone but yourselves. You're scared of everything. Even women having a choice or a man with tits. You lie all of the time and you weaponize your quietness.
Thank you. I'm going to read it in one moment.
When it doesn't work, you throw a tantrum and shoot up a bunch of people. We can't trust you to do some of the most remedial tasks without it turning into a disaster. I mean, look at how you fucked each other over in this last election. You can't even admit when you see a genocide, but we're supposed to respect your whiteness? Oh, why fatigue? It's been around since been pimping, since been pimping. Just exhausted. Just want you to leave us alone from here on.
Mind your business. I'm just going to put it like that. That's what he's saying, white people. Mind your business. Get some business. Stop stealing from our culture. Get your own culture. You have none because you stole from everybody else's. From the Latinos, the black people, from the Indians. Everybody you stole from. I'm going to show you this, then I'm going to read it. It says, weird how he didn't call in the National Guard for January 6th. The J6ers, when they destroyed the state capitol. But for our brown people, you decide to put the National Guard armor and the Marines on them. Donnie, just say, I'm a racist and I'm proud of it. Just say, I wear pissy pins and I'm proud of it. Just say, I'm a man with 34 felonies and I'm proud of it. But you're not a man, you're a 2-year-old. Impeach Trump.
All right, we are refusefascism.org, and we are calling on everybody to come to Washington, D.C. on June 14th, 1 p.m. at Logan.
That's his birthday. We're gonna make sure his birthday is horrible. Destroy his birthday.
We are going to march.
Impeach Trump.
With a permit, non-violently, but determinedly to say, put your fist up in the name of humanity. We refuse to accept a fascist America. And all right, we are refusefascism.org, and we are calling on everybody to come to Washington, D.C. on June 14th.
June 14th? We will be celebrating President Barack Obama on my channel. That's who we're celebrating here on my channel. June the 14th, we're celebrating President Barack Obama. And we're going to even do a little bit of President Joe Biden. Donald Trump would not get celebrated on my channel. I don't celebrate fascism. I don't celebrate white supremacy. I love all of you, but I do not celebrate white power. You're no greater than anybody else. You're the ones that age fast. You're the ones that the sun hate. So don't feel proud in your racism. So someone sent me a super sticker, but I don't see where it is. Hold on. Okay, this is from Said. Thank you, Said. He sent $5. It says, they worship the orange man. That's their Lord and Savior. They do, baby. They worship Donald Trump, and it's sad. He cares nothing about them. Nothing. But they love that man. And the thing is, they think Donald Trump is the closest to God, baby. Reprobated minds don't even get, their ears are not heard by Jesus Christ. God doesn't hear your sinner's prayers. So stop it. So yeah, I'm gonna show you one more thing. Then I gotta get out of here because I gotta get ready for the video shoot for this evening. I'll be on set. I may be able to show y'all some in-between scenes. I'll probably put it in my post it on my wall or do a short or something.
We have some news right now. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem has declared that Los Angeles is, quote, not a city of immigrants, but a city of criminals, calling Los Angeles a city that is home to millions of people, a city of criminals. She just appeared on Fox News where she called... I'm
not even gonna show this because I don't like you, Kristi. Kristi, what happened to your real face? See, I'm going to tell you what I don't like about people. The things that people do, they go get their face done. And they'll delete every picture of social media they face, just like the ones that go get their body done. Or got the, anyway, they'll go and remove every photo of them previously. Like we don't remember what you used to look like. Christy, no, you was ugly and fat. And there's nothing wrong with being fat, because I got some family members that's fat and they're pretty as they can be. But when your soul is ugly, I'm going to call you fat and ugly. Christy, you was not attractive. You had a big pulgy face and horrible layers in your hair. Now I think you're wearing hair pieces, because I know what you look like before you had all that work done, girl. You got your face done, and Donald Trump still don't want to screw you, because he know what you looked like previously. Even though he did let Laura Loomer put on the knee pads, Donnie may let you put them knee pads on, Crystal. Get in line, because there's a lot of them putting the knee pads on. But anyway, y'all, I totally disagree with what Donald Trump Pissy the Pants is doing in LA. It's wrong on so many levels. Donald Trump is the Antichrist. Donald Trump is the worst man in the Oval Office. Donald Trump is dumb, and he's so jealous of President Barack Obama. That's why we're going to set it off with President Barack Obama on his birthday. And we're going to do a little bit of President Joe Biden and the Pope as well. That's what we're celebrating. Donald Trump is not worthy of any celebration. His Pissy the Pants is on fire. He stink. That's what I'm saying. You don't deserve it. All your baby wipes are gone. You stink. I want to thank each and every last one of y'all for coming to my live. I will see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I couldn't go live at 5 today because your queen will be on set in all her beautiful clothing and all, and some fabulous heels. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I love you. Pray for LA. Pray for Governor Newsom. Pray for our beautiful brown people. God bless you. Bye.